was just saying about when I was in Delhi with Srila Prabhupada, and he's translating the 7th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. And those are the teachings of Prahlad Maharaj. And we know he's the ultimate example of an exalted devotee child. And the verse is there, because we know the word Kumar, right? And it says Komar, it's in Sanskrit. Komara Acharya Pragyo Dharmam Bhagavataniha. Saying, if you're fortunate, you should, or make yourself, but take this up when you're a child. Because people think the normal sequence is Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. Right? You live your life, then you go to work, have a family and stuff, then you retire, and then at last, you know, when your senses don't work anymore, moksha. You think anything's better than this. You know, if you're Hemingway, you blow your brains out because your senses aren't working anymore. That's pathetic, in a word. But here, what is being, no, but I mean, it's also good. Like Prabhupada said, whenever you, for whatever reason, whenever you decide to take up this, it's good. But what is being pointed out here, if you can take it up in childhood, that's best, from the very beginning. And we see Gurudev, Guru Maharaj, Prabhupada, they're all like these exalted souls. Even in their childhood, they're showing these extraordinary characteristics. So in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Suchinam Srimatam Gehe Yoga Brashta Sanjayate, talks about Arjuna saying, what happens if someone takes to the spiritual path and they don't, you know, become perfect? It's great if they become perfect, but what happens if they don't become perfect and achieve the highest stage of realization? And because Arjuna, he's thinking, I could have invested that time in material development, I put it into the spiritual program, and so I didn't achieve total perfection spiritually, and I neglected some aspect materially. Seems like I lose out in both places. And the answer, Guru Maharaj liked this sloka very much. Nahi kalyanakrit kasya durgatim tattagachyati. Durga means, in this context, obstacle. He's saying, there are many obstacles. He's saying, but if you are sincere, you will be successful, victorious. Guru Maharaj gave a phrase, he said, sincerity is invincible. Because people wonder, so many things about taking to the spiritual path, so many questions can be asked. Guru Maharaj said, in summary, if you're sincere, then everything will be all right. If you're insincere, then what good is 1,000 questions, 1,000 answers? And no, if you're sincere, Krishna will reciprocate your sincerity. That's faith. That everything, with my pure, you know, the best heart I can, you know, the best version of my heart, I'm approaching you, please reciprocate that. So then we understand, we have to be sincere. If we're sincere, then we'll get a sincere connection with Krishna. And then he says, but if someone doesn't achieve perfection, that verse, Suchinam Srimatam Gehe, said then they're born in a family of, in this case, of devotees. They'll, and what will that do? It will give them the opportunity to begin practicing Krishna consciousness from their very beginning of their life, even before, like we hear about Prahlad, when he was in the womb of his mother. And remember, his father was an asura, not any, you know, run-of-the-mill, generic, off-the-shelf asura, but like one of the great asura archetypes of all time, Hiranyakashipu. So these demigods thought, we're going to take, his wife is pregnant, we're going to, you know, like, wait for the baby to be born and then do something unthinkable. And they, but then Narada came and said, no, you don't understand. Although her husband is that this child is a great devotee. So Narada takes, what's her name, Kayadu, to his ashram. And he's, while she's in the ashram, she's hearing so many things, and you know, the